Hello viewers, and welcome back to Endless Legend Shifters, a new game of Endless Legend Shifters. It's time to play the Broken Lords. I said I was going to play them for the last campaign, but somebody asked for a little playthrough with the faction we actually did play last game. And now somebody's requested Broken Lords, and I was going to play them anyway, so that works out nicely. I put the difficulty up from serious to impossible. I know I lost the last game. Maybe that's not a great time to turn up the difficulty, but the fact is, I think that I've got a pretty good handle on what the serious AI is capable of. I want to keep moving up the difficulty and keep challenging myself. So this game might be a rout. I might get slaughtered here. And if that happens, we will learn from it. And we'll come back and we'll play on Impossible again until I feel like I have a pretty good handle on it, and then we'll move up again. Why not? I'm not changing any of the other stuff. Same settings I used last game. So, Broken Lords. Today we're playing the Broken Lords. Check this out. How sick is this? It's, you know what this reminds me of is the aesthetic of a lot of the art in the 40k, the Warhammer 40k core book. Yeah, the Broken Lords. They are not... These are us, the Broken Lords, with the tall helmets and the red capes. They are not organic beings. They are basically magic suits of armor filled with dust. If you haven't gotten it by now, the dust is magic.
We were different
Well, I'll just let them tell you.
drank and loved as mortal beings. But our world changed and we faced a stark choice. Alter our bodies or perish. Yet survival is not the same as life. Now we are prisoners of the armor that binds us and the dust that sustains us. We must drain dust, drain energy, or die. Where is our honor now, Lords of the Amber Plains? And what matters more, to reclaim our honor or sustain our bodies?
Yeah, crazy dust robot vampires, basically. You know that old trope. Yeah, the deal is... Let's go in... Oh man, we're starting adjacent to somebody else's starting region. Dust efficient. No, that's not how we start. Appetite for dust. We are not organic creatures. We are made of dust. So, we cannot see, gather, or use food. The food resource does not exist for a Broken Lords player. You can use dust to create new citizens. Basically, you expend dust to create citizens, and each successive citizen costs an increasing amount of dust. It's pretty intuitive, really. It has a huge effect on the way the early... Well, hold on. Let's finish talking about what this is. Also, no biological bodies means no healing. Broken Lord units do not heal, but you can spend dust to restore their health. They don't regenerate naturally over time. So there's an upside to this. Obviously, the downside is that it means we spend a lot of dust keeping an army alive. But the upside is that we can heal a damaged unit to full health instantly at any time. Not during a battle, but at any other time. Which means that a force of Broken Lords can really put a lot of pressure on another player. Any unit that you don't kill is just going to be at full health next time you fight it. So that's actually... It's, it's got a lot of downside, but it's also very powerful. We are dust efficient. We get more dust, +1 dust on terrain that has dust on it. Obviously, that's going to be tremendously important for us. And then that's it for unique faction stuff. Pretty simple, but the effect it has on the way the game plays out, particularly the early game, is really tremendous. We got, our faction units, whatever. We start with Advanced Armor and Empire Mint unlocked. We'll talk a little bit about what our units do as we get and use them. So first things first, let us found a city. Wow. This is a nice, tightly grouped a bunch of anomalies, and we have a river. Broken Lords love a river. I'm sure you understand if you've seen any gameplay before. Aqua Pulvistic's very, very good for the Broken Lords. So let's split our stalwarts off, do a little scouting. Okay, we have a titanium region. Every once in a while, you get really lucky, and your starting region has both of the starting. What do you call it? Both of the starting strategics. But okay, so you can see if I mouse over this tile here, all of the food has been removed from the tile, and then we've gained 1 extra dust on the tile from our dust efficient trait. So this is interesting. We may have our starting location right here. It gives us a lot of dust. This anomaly is bananas for us. The weaver worms. Let's have a look at it. I'm going to turn off the FIDs for a moment here. Crazy. Giant crazy worms. And then what do we have down here? Myocordia? Mycordia? Man, this game is so pretty. Isn't this game pretty? I don't even have all the graphics turned up all the way because, again, my computer's kind of old. But it just looks so cool. There's some escaped specimens over here. It's another pretty good tile. Let's talk about this real quick. The Broken Lord's faction skill tree starts with plus dust from river, moves up to plus dust from dust. Extra resource gathering from resource deposits in the region. This works on both strategics and luxuries. Very powerful. Broken Lord's heroes are particularly good at sieging down enemy fortifications, although it's hard to imagine that you would have this skill if your hero is an army commander. It emerges from defender. So I guess I don't know how you would justify crawling this far up the faction tree. And then the top of the faction tree, of course, is more dust. Always more dust. I'm not really sure. I think that this hero is going to become a governor. This skill should be quite powerful in this region. We can probably make our initial city can have almost every one of its tiles be on a river tile or adjacent to a river tile, getting that river tile for the city. Right, so right here, I guess, and then the triangle goes like this. That would be pretty powerful. Alright, I think that's the play. So we're going to have the general split off here. Settler, go forth and settle. Oh, also, each of these anomalies gives plus 10 approval, so 20 free approval. Definitely very light on industry. Now, one of the things that we have to think about is the fact that because we're using dust to create citizens, we're not going to want to buy out the construction of early buildings as much. I think given our situation, given our very low industry situation, we probably will buy out our mill foundry. It's going to cost us 26 dust to buy the first extra pop. We'll do that. It would be 56 dust to buy the next one. We'll have that soon enough. Yeah, we just have to. We have to really, really push on this early, this population build button early. And we'll move our hero over here where he can search these ruins. The reason I didn't move these guys over to the ruins is because I wanted to search them with the hero for the extra XP. And hey, we found 30 dust, which is enough to get our ex-citizen. And that we've taken a fair amount of time off of the Founders Memorial already, just by keeping them assigned to industry. They'll get moved over to dust, I'm sure you can imagine, eventually. But for right now, I really want to push industry. The red player is Draken. They want frequent civil conversations. They want to come over for tea. I'm down with that. We could use a little peace at the beginning of the game. Mill Foundry. We need it. You know what we do not have is a dearth of science. Also, we want the ability to parlay. Okay, I don't think there's anything else that we need to do on the first turn. It is important to remember, after last game, just reminder, we can build settlers, we can settle new regions, we need to find new places to settle. Okay. Oh, look at this. This region has a bunch of tiles that are empty for us because all they have on them is food. Wow, we're not settling over here right away. Faction quest time. The quakes and fires appear to be over. We lost a city and are now homeless, but we are strong and remain unbowed. The first step is to secure our new home, to found a city, build an army, and explore the ancient places. For our experience tells us this, if it tells us nothing else. The ancient ruins scattered across the map are places of great knowledge, great wealth, and great danger. For all of those reasons, we must explore and exploit them. With caution, however. Any place of great value will be guarded by creatures of great strength. We must not forget this. Exploration will also take their mind off of our condition, and this new method for dealing with it. Dust is expensive and difficult to exploit, but this new way, this draining of living souls to sustain our own forms, it goes against who we are. It violates our principles, our honor. It is everything we have been fighting against. And yet, it is easy. So the character we play in this particular campaign is concerned about this new ability that his people have discovered to feed off of living souls instead of using dust to sustain themselves. We must build an army and explore the area around the new city. 3 infantry units and a Broken Lord's hero must explore these ruins. Okay, so we're gonna have to build another infantry unit, one more at the very least, depending on how many we lose to early combat. What did we find? 40 more dust. Awesome. Yeah, okay. So let's put our mill foundry up. I think it's more important than the Empire Mint. We gotta get that early industry rolling. And it's like 126 to buy it out. Yeah, so we'll be able to cut some time off of it. Probably people who are like veteran Broken Lords players are shouting, "No, you idiot! Stop spending dust on things that aren't citizens." And maybe that's right. Maybe I should be only using dust on citizens. But industry is so important. Particularly, we're gonna have to build an army, and So we got Delvers. Delvers are not the most useful of the minor factions, but not the most terrifying either. There's some value to that. We're going to spread out here initially, look around. It's important to scout out new settling positions quickly. Alright, we got some centaurs down here. I want very much to have a good couple of early settlements, Actually, you know what? We can't buy it out now, and next turn there will already only be 1 turn left on the construction, so in fact there will not be any buying out of the mill. Okay, impassable wall of rock over here. Alright, purple player's got Ursus in his territory. We should probably try to make contact with purple quickly, so we know what we have to deal with soon. I didn't look at the legendary deeds, did I? So it is pacify 8 villages to get tactical training. Activate 4 luxury boosters to get emeralds, 130 emeralds. It's not very impressive. I don't think we care about that at all. Era 2 has earned 2,000 influence from the beginning of the game for negotiation tactics, and defeat 3 armies led by a hero to get the Eye of the Farthinker. Okay. Oh, red's right here. This isn't great. We're kind of squeezed in between red and purple then. Alright, we can start piloting. These both want us to bring them 10 titanium. That's, you know, that could happen. I don't think it's likely to. Vine snakes down here in this region. You guys. Parlay with this village. If we give 10 spices to these Ursus, they'll be pacified. I think we're probably not going to bother doing that. I don't really have that much interest in pacifying stuff that's in another player's territory. 30 dust, not bad. It's just, if they gave a quest that was easy to complete or that gave a good reward, I would want to make sure that I did it. Because I'm very selfish. To pacify these delvers, we have to find and destroy a haunt village in the nearby region of Irimda. Is this Irimda, maybe? Well, it's a place where there's dust. Hard to be mad about that. I think, yeah, we're gonna make this one a governor soon. I like to get a little bit of a head start on leveling up, and also we have to. Yep, this is the. Also, obviously, scouting is still important. We have to find the places where it's viable to settle. We have to be a little picky. In our case, in particular. So let's see here. Let's get the public library, and then I think aquapulvistics. We're gonna have a pretty solid dust income. Oh, we should be buying citizens. Alright, well, we got to 5 population before anybody else, I'll guarantee you that. Okay, more ruins to search. We gotta keep gathering the free resources. Oh, right, we can't do a search on that ruin because we have a quest that's associated with it. We'll have to complete the quest before we can search it properly. What do these guys want? They want us to colonize their region. That's pretty compelling. We could do that. Oh, this is a bummer. Northern Loam, the value of Northern Loam is that it has a ton of free food on it. Sadly, no value to us. Damn it, Purple, where are you? Here we go. What do we got? Oh. Purple Mizari. Mizari are Vaulters. It's just a skin for the Vaulters. So that's not great. Vaulters have a tendency to get pretty military. In my experience, at least. Hey, 10 spices. Well, spices have no value to us because spices increase food output. So maybe we'll just go... We could go pacify those guys. The other thing we could do is just use it to have used it, because activating 4 luxury boosters is how you get this. But again, this is 130 emeralds, and I think we don't care about that. But pacifying this village would get us closer to this. It would be cool if we could get this. Yeah, I think we're gonna pass the spices on to the guys here. Each faction has a recommended victory type, a victory type that the game feels that they are particularly good at. I did not check to see what ours was. Hey, thumbs up. How many villages was that? Just one, I assume? Yeah. There's usually only one village in a region that serves as the starting region for a player. Not always the case, I think, but usually. Oh, we got a quest. Produce 40 science in a city to get for 10 turns to get 15 influence. That's totally fine. Not worth stretching for right at this moment, I think. Alright, we're going to need a stalwart for our quest. And we need a settler, you know, for settling. I'd like to settle our first new city, which is to say our second city. Shortly after turn 10. 30 more dust. Honestly, I'm pretty happy about how much dust we're finding from ruins. If we settle it before turn 10, it will jack up the prices of our empire plans. And if we settle it too long after turn 10, first of all, we risk losing good land by settling so slowly, and secondly, we want the city to produce enough influence to help pay for the amount of influence that we're going to have to spend on empire plans. And it won't do that as well if we settle it really late in the 10-turn cycle. Okay, Aquapulvistics is complete. We are going to want to pick up a... let's do this. We're going to want to pick up a hero to manage our army, and then, of course, obviously, we're going to want to be able to buy governors after that. We should start working on our strategics, though, if we want to have any chance of getting legendary buildings. Let's see if we can meet Pink. I'd like to know who my neighbors are. Okay, Yotus. Pretty good units, in my opinion. Well, this region could be valuable. And what do we have here? Don't put influence in the military ministry, but set economy and population to its level 1 minimum. Well, I was definitely already going to do that, so you got it, Chief. I think that the Vaulter is suggesting that we should leave her territory. I am totally down with that suggestion. Alright, let's keep looking around, keep gathering dust. Oh, we found nothing. What a shame. Also a shame. We don't want to range our units out too far from our home territory just yet. I just really want to get an idea of where I'm going to settle next. This region has some nice stuff in it. It has, first of all, the strategic resource that isn't the same one as our starting location. Secondly, settling here would make it difficult for purple to push us. We'd get this region pretty much for free if we settle this region. And, you know, we can, like, drop our city right here. It's not usually great to start your city right up against the border because you're being denied a tile. And then in particular, this is kind of sketchy because there's a ruin right here, which means that we wouldn't be able to build a triangle. Not one that's really great. But the city would start on top of these two anomalies, which are pretty powerful. I don't see another great settling location. There might be one down here, maybe. Alright, go forth. Parlay with these nerds. We have to show them that we can effectively lead and integrate other peoples by coming to the village with an army that contains a minimum of 3 minor faction units. That's just not going to happen. Alright, let's see if we can find Pink here. Trying to greet our neighbors. Found nothing. But searching ruins is worth hero XP, so... Alright. The minor factions have begun to spawn. I'm going to let our hero range out a little further because we're going to just be teleporting him back anyway. Did we get the quest from these guys? I don't think we did. What would you like us to do? We have to find monsters in ruins. Well, I don't foresee that happening right away. Yeah, these are not great tiles right here. They'd be better if, you know, we could use food. We have quite a bit of food on them. Alright, so I think this region is our settle, in part to help us contain purple. So we're gonna do this, and we don't have enough influence to do that. We're gonna do this though. Titanium extractor, dust dredger, and then as soon as we're done with these, that's sort of our initial push. I'm going to be moving people off onto dust. Just keep buying citizens for now. Okay. The Yotus have attacked us, which I knew would happen. We are fleeing. I have no interest in fighting them. I do really want to get a clearer picture of this region. Okay, well, that's a pretty clear picture. This territory is all garbage. Yeah, I think we're going to found our city here, and it's just going to kind of be a crummy city, but it's a strategically important city. Let's go scout some ruins. And find 40 dust. Awesome. We found some Gorin up here as well. Oh yeah, I just didn't dismiss that dialogue. Alright, let's run our settler out here. Hopefully we're not too late. Hopefully we don't find purple dropping a city the turn before we get in position. We're going to gather this army together, and then we're going to pop the hero back to them. We're going to explore that ruin. Ah, damn it. Too slow. Not involved. You retreat. What? He died? It was only the second retreat. That's strange. It's not usually how that works. I'll be honest, I'm not sure what happened there. Well, it's not going to be too much of a stress for us to build a new one. So we will push onward here. We have indeed pacified the Urisis, but sadly not before they spawned a neutral army. That's always going to be the case with that quest. The check for the Empire plan is the turn after neutral spawn, so you're always just kind of going to get stuck. Alright, we need one more research to move on here. I don't think we have any luxuries worth mining. Is that correct? Yeah, in fact, I see no luxury resources on the map at all. Oh no, he has spices. Yeah. Alright, well, I'm not going to bother researching the luxury extractor then. We get something else. We can get topography. Topography is good. We could pick up the riders. Riders are also reasonable. we're going to get topography. We can come back and get riders if we deem it necessary. Make me a new stalwart, please. Alright, this guy's going to continue trying to meet our neighbor. There we go. Ardent mages. Okay. That's good information. Alright, so yeah, we're going to get this searched, and then we're going to pop, as soon as the... Yes. Red likes it when we are peaceful. Unfortunately, our army is kind of in an awkward position right now. I don't want to fight. So we can split the settler off. And he's just going to found in this really awkward position. Yep. Alright, and we'll need a mill foundry, and we'll need an empire mint. And we'll need a glass steel extractor. And we probably actually need the glass steel extractor more than we need the mint. We did get a bit of free population here from the villages that are already pacified. We're going to buy a couple more. Alright, you produce the new stalwart. Alright, I think we start... Let me think. Do we start expansion already? It's going to cost us quite a bit of dust. You have to think when expanding... When you'd like to expand with your Broken Lords, you have to think about how expensive it's going to be to buy the population necessary to expand enough. With the other factions, it's pretty much just a matter of time. With Broken Lords, we have to actually actively invest resources to get our city up to a high enough population that we can make that that easy approval positive triangle. So it's possible it's not right for us to build burrows just yet. We're gonna do this for now. Make a couple more military units, I think. So we could assimilate these guys. They give extra movement to our armies. That's maybe worth doing. I don't know. Titanium extractor is running. Get our glass steel extractor up in short order here. Does our hero... Basically, is our hero already good? Are we... Do I have two units just standing on top of each other here? What is going... Okay. Weird. We'll let our hero take the rest of his move. Just gather a little bit more information. I was going to have our hero jump down to manage our units, but I think maybe we're going to get this ruin first. I have to take care of those raging vine snakes too. Alright, hold on a second. You can get up here and search this ruin as well. So, in the first ruin we found 50 dust. Awesome. More citizens. In this ruin we found if we build the public library we'll get Imperial highways. That's pretty awesome. We did, yeah, we do already have the technology for that. That's just bananas. Okay, dust bishops. Let's get dust bishops, and I'll show you why as soon as we have them researched. Alright. So let's talk about vine snakes. Do I want to fight these guys? They have 27 initiative. They're low defense, but they have pretty high attack and damage relative to our units. Stalwarts are not great killers. Certainly not out of the box. But I'm concerned. Running away did indeed cost him half of his health. If we run away, if we do a retreat here, we're going to lose another unit and have to wait for another build. These things have to die sometime. I suppose now is as good a time as any to start. But we are going to fall way back. We're going to try to let the militia take the brunt of the damage. Actually, can we start down here in this forest? Yeah. This is one of those things where micromanaging the units is going to be very important. So how fast are these guys? They have speed 2. Alright, so we're... As cowardly as this maybe is... Well... They have sweep strike back? They do. And circular attack. So when they attack, they do half of their listed damage, but they do it to all of the units adjacent to them. So if we can... Unfortunately, they're faster than us, so we can't really even micromanage our positioning. Alright. Well, this one, I think, is probably going to just move forward as much as possible. Let's all get aggressive on this one. I will never understand why the game... Well, he moved in a way that's kind of awkward. Alright. I was saying, I will never understand why the game always wants you to start your units off attempting to attack as many different targets as possible. That is not a good way to reduce the amount of damage you are taking. Oh, I didn't talk about the capacities of our units. There's a really important thing that stalwarts do that happened there that I just realized that I didn't fill you guys in on at all. So let's take a look at what a stalwart is. Let's do this. Not that. This. I always click the wrong button. So what you saw there that I totally forgot to talk about is Soul Leech. Whenever a unit that dies, each stalwart that attacked it that turn heals for 20%. The stalwart doesn't have to deal the killing blow, it just has to have attacked the unit that turn. So if 3 of our stalwarts attack a vine snake, and the third one kills the vine snake, all 3 of them will get a heal. This means that I will not be automating battles all that often. There's a lot of micromanaging that goes on with these units. You want to try to get Soul Leech to proc as much as possible, because again, we have no natural regeneration. Yeah. So let's see here. We have 199 dust. I think that we want to push population in the capital for right now. We're going to put this up in front of more stalwarts. And this place wants to build their public library next. After the glass steel extractor, of course. So let's join these guys into this army. Move the army to right here. Assign our hero as governor. Or as commander. and then search the ruins. The Baron has reached level 3, and we'll gain another point of this. Oops, this is the wrong ruin. Well, we're doing this now, I guess. 15 titanium. You've been trapped. Survive if possible, but more important, make sure all the monsters are killed. So, yeah, I guess we're doing this now. It is 2 rumblers. We can handle that. Especially with our hero here. In fact, if we do this correctly, we're going to have a little bit of an opportunity to gain some health here. Although our hero's going to get conked in the head. Alright, so what we want to do is have this guy. Can you get to here this turn? Okay. You will attack this way. You attack like that. You attack from here. Alright. We're gonna have our hero tank a hit. We can control these guys because we're faster than they are. So our hero tanks the hit and softens this guy up. Our other stalwart doesn't follow orders for no reason. Do you have Soul Leech? You do not. Okay, that's what I thought. You, seriously. Fight this guy. Get your health back. Oh, the militia's gonna get in and kill him. Darn it. That screws up my Soul Leech. Well, so the militia eats the attack, and oh no, the other militia killed him off before either of the stalwarts, before any of the stalwarts got a swing in. Well, that's a shame. That's exactly the kind of thing we were micromanaging to prevent from happening. Embarrassing. How are we doing on this quest now? We've got a fair number of villages pacified. Only 4, wow. We pacified 3 regions worth of villages, and it was only 4 total villages. What a bummer. It did say we were first position on the quest, though. Uh-oh. Looks like winter time's coming up. We can turn off the FIDS display for the moment. A pearl spawned right next to us. That's nice. Yeah, the ruin we have to search is this one. My bad. We did end up with some bonus titanium. What would it cost to equip our guys with some titanium armor? Since we have access to it from the thing. So tier 2 iron armor is 10 defense, 26 health, 8 defense, 18 health. So actually tier 2 dust armor is just way better. Well, that's kind of strange. 6 health, 5%. Weird. At least the other pieces have different uses, like attack versus defense, defense versus attack. The chest piece, the titanium one, is just worse. It's the same stats, just less of them. I think actually plus attack might be smart on them. Yeah. It's a bit of an expensive retrofit dust-wise, but This is going to be our army for the foreseeable future. Alright, we have both of our strategic resources running now, which is something. God, it is going to take us forever to get over there with this army. We may want to pop out a settler and take this region. Or... Actually, hold on. Okay, free Imperial Highways tech. That was really fortuitous. I'm glad we ran our guy around and picked up that quest. We do need to fill the research queue again. Oh, this is what we can use our extra titanium on. That'll certainly be helpful. Right, pick up a couple of pearls. We do want to get our altar of Auriga online at some point here. So I said that we may want to take this region, but actually we probably want to settle like over here instead, right? Try to keep red back. I know that forward settling against the computer a lot is a good way to make them mad, but not forward settling against the computer is a really good way to get hedged in. And we've certainly seen that happen in some other games, right? I'm thinking in particular of the Wild Walker game, the first Endless Legend Let's Play that I did on this channel. We got hedged in, we got hemmed in very badly, and it really negatively affected us. Fortunately, Wild Walkers are very easy to play, and we managed to pull it out. Didn't we? Wait, did I win that game? I think so. Probably. Let's go ahead and heal these guys before I forget to. I'm not going to bother healing the hero, because the hero's just going to go back to the back to governorship soon. Go. Man, it's still going to be like a couple of moves. What did these guys want again? Oh, they wanted us to colonize the region. Well, that's another selling point in favor of doing that. Unfortunately, this region is kind of ugly for us. A lot of tiles that are very underpowered due to the presence of food. Well, we definitely should be thinking about a third settle. They could have moved. They chose not to move in time. That's annoying. Well, let's kill these guys. I guess I can let the game auto-resolve this one. Everybody's at full health, so... Yeah, the hero took the vast majority of that damage. The Vine Snakes are trying to be in a position where they can feasibly attack us as soon as we enter the region, because they're a bunch of jerks. Let me think here. Oh, we finished Dust Bishops. Let's talk about Dust Bishops. Why are Dust Bishops cool? First of all, check out those sweet robes. Also, they have neat masks. But the reason we love Dust Bishops is Life Siphon. They attack with the ranged attack, and then they heal adjacent friendly units when their attack lands. That's awesome. Really, really important for our units to be healed as much as is feasible in combat to prevent us from having to blow a ton of economy on keeping them alive. And then also they have this thing where they lower the defense of their targets when they attack. So Dust Bishops are super cool, and we are going to build some. You do not need to build more Stalwarts. You should build Dust Bishops instead. So let's see, it would be 191 to buy another population here. We want to get right away online because trade is cool. Also, roads. And obviously we want this online because science is cool. I'm actually pretty torn about what should be built first. Well, our trade routes won't be worth a ton right away. So let's make this the next priority. I don't think we need to push for the dust bishops right away. I think actually what we may want to do is move this city's population back to industry for a little while. Just there's a lot of stuff we gotta get done. You could build dust filtration. It would only actually be 3 extra dust, though. We'll have the city work on their alchemy lab. We're going to actually have quite a good science output for this point in the game. Oh, I do also want a settler, don't I? Do I want to wait this long? Let's do this. I don't know where we're going to build that city, but I'll figure it out. Okay, this area down here looks a little better. Some nice convenient anomalies. If these tiles over here are a little friendlier, aren't just 2 dust, then this will be a strong settling location. Unfortunately, we're going to have to fight that vine snake. There's nothing for it, really. It's just going to happen. Prisoners, slaves, and volunteers has obvious cachet for us. Extra happiness in our cities. Of course, approval is always important. Meritocratic promotion is also always important. How about weapons tech? Alright, vine snakes. Leave us alone. Heal the hero up real fast before the vine snake engages us. Oh, somebody else got wealth harvester. That's fine. We don't care about wealth harvester. We'll be running that guy out in a second. I think I'm going to let the game auto-resolve this one too, since everybody's in good health. Yeah. We'll need to micromanage the units a little bit more carefully when we're starting with injured units and we're trying to use the battle as a way of healing. Man, we still not even really that close to... we're probably going to have to find 2 more caches of pearls before we can build our altar. Alright, let's search this ruin. What do we get? We got 10 grass silk. Sadly, 10 grass silk doesn't do anything for us because we already have 2 cities. The door remains closed and the mechanism requires quantities of dust. Gather 80 dust and try to open the portal once again, and we'll get 15 glass steel. Well, now. Defeat the army protecting the ruins. And by army, I mean a single vine snake. Yeah. Handled. Actually, that might have been a situation where we want a manual, but actually the game took care of it, and we got a good heal on our units there. And now we can just search the ruin. It had 50 more dust in it. Cool. All right. The nobles are unhappy. I understand their reasoning. We try to rebuild our nation and survive the changes in our planet, but the exploitation of dust is slow and expensive. To simply leech life from others is fast, easy, and gives one a feeling of power. It is a heady thrill that gives sensations of virility and perception, almost invincibility. Marquis Saluzzo is perhaps the worst. Though all of the nobles and fanatics seek ancient relics to give them power, the bauble that the Marquis has found has given him great strength of persuasion and an enhanced ability to drain life. His speeches make it all seem so easy, exploit the lesser peoples for our own glory, rule the planet from a position of strength, and turn those who would defy us into weakened slaves. But I cannot accept this. It is expedient, but that does not make it just or right. Sadly, my hand has been forced, and I have little choice but to let the sages and alchemists study, seeking an answer that is pleasing to their greedy patrons. We will forge ahead with research and improve our knowledge, though I do it for other reasons. For my part, I would see our people resist temptation, even if it presents a risk. There is a reason that the first word of the royal seal is honor. So research 8 technologies from Era 1. We've got that already, I believe. Right? Because it takes 9 to move up, doesn't it? Well, we can no longer see that. But yeah, this is more than 8. So we'll get this auto-completed at the start of the next turn, and we will get 160 dust for our trouble, which is pretty great. We got archaeologists. 20% research cost reduction for Era 1 technologies. Okay, well, that could be more relevant. Oh well. Not a big deal. So at this juncture, I think... Oh, we see a new tribe. There's Saratan, Driders over here. And some pearls. 2 pearls. That's not enough pearls to get us to... Still, not enough pearls to get us to our altar. Alright, I think at this juncture we're going to call back the Baron. So, we just got 21 glass, or we just got 15 glass steel, or 20 glass steel. We got some amount of glass steel that now makes us have a lot. Next turn we'll have 15 titanium and 15 glass steel, and we could try to make a play for the megapole. Starting it on turn 20 is not terrible. Yeah, we're definitely going to try. We'll see what comes. Curse you, vine snakes. Always with the damn vine snakes. Alright. We have an empire plan to make. I think we're going to stick with this. It's possible that going to 20% science would be better, especially since we don't currently have a lot of people assigned to... Actually, you know what? I am going to do this, because I think for the next 10 turns we're not really going to be assigning people to dust. We're going to have the capital on production because we are going to give this megapole thing a shot. Obviously move the megapole up to here. We have quite a bit of dust. Actually, I'm going to move these guys over here just to try to get enough dust to pull a turn or two off of the back end of the megapole production. Alright, let's continue scouting for a settling location. We're about to have a settler running down here, so... Okay, we have some interesting options. There's nowhere that we can settle that makes this region great. But there are places we can settle that make the region okay. Oh, some sort of worldwide event has started. Okay, that's actually a pretty good one. What is this? Somebody else finished the museum, which means some other player has had access to both strategics for long enough to build a legendary building, which means they are potentially already working on the megapole as well. Not fantastic for us. We just have to hold out hope, I guess. Nothing was found. Sad. Okay. We're still working on uniting this guy with this army. Let's get our settler out. So here are our options for this region as I see it. These tiles over here have 3 resources on them. These tiles over in this region only have 2, so it's natural to want to try to settle here, like maybe in a place where you can take advantage of these moss pearls. But I think what I'm actually going to do is settle right here to take advantage of these 3 anomalies that are bunched up together like this. And then this could be the triangle that we initially aimed for. This region's city is just gonna get a little bit less from the land than we would like, but the triple anomalies will at least give it a good start. So yeah, that's my plan. Plus, think of all the extra influence that it will be generating for the couple of turns that this world event is on. So the video is getting a little long. I think what we're going to do is we're going to call it after we see the results of this attempt at the mega pool. We will either get this or not get it, and then we'll call the video there. We have a lot of dust. I was thinking about saving up to rush by, but actually it's probably better to just buy population, right? Yeah, that took a turn off of the megapole construction right there. And plus that's just it's a better long-term play. What's up? You'd like peace? Yes, I accept peace. Since we know where they are, having peace will allow us to potentially trade with them, and trading with them would be really cool. That's just good dust for everybody, and the dust is way more valuable to us than it is to them. Hey, look, pearls. Well, that's 4 pearls right there. We'd be able to start on our altar. Yeah, so what we're going to do is we're just going to buy population in our capital a lot. And somebody's closing their borders to us, I'm assuming. Purple. Yeah, okay. Purple's going to get Tetchy. Okay, so red just settled that region. Just marking out the borders of the world right now. We failed this quest because somebody blew up that village, or did the quest before us. More likely blew up the village. That's fine. Alright, so 6 turns. Let's see if we can't pull another turn off of that. Oh, we're 10 short of. We'll do that next turn. Yes, everybody loves pearls. I guess. You weirdo. An unknown empire got to tactical training before we did. To be fair, we were not pursuing it very aggressively. Okay, so maintain a minimum of 3 influence in the new city. Well, that's going to be done just by the anomalies for now. So let's build a mill foundry. I know, shocking. I would ordinarily buy a new couple of population right away, but we're going to save our dust for populating our capital for now. I think we're going to want this. Do we want it right away, though? Does it need to be the next thing we research? Oh, 12 technologies from the Research Arrow 1 now. That's... The next step of our faction quest requires even more Research 1 tech research. Well... Is that even worth... Probably it's worth doing, right? Alright, well, let's get luxury extractors. There's gold in this region, so we want to have that. Okay, we're going to also pick up riders, and then one more. Oops, I right-clicked. We could... I don't think that this is worth getting. We could pick up the ability to pillage. Pillaging allows you to temporarily disable another faction's non-city building, like an extractor or a minor faction village that they have control of. And doing it gets you dust. So actually, pillage might be worth it because it's a source of dust. You know what? We'll get it. We'll try it out. I haven't used pillage very extensively. It was actually introduced in the Shadows expansion, I believe, so quite some time ago. But I just haven't gotten around to using it. What do I want to do with these guys? I suppose I should think about cleaning up the delvers that are running around our capital region, huh? Alright, so that's at 5 turns. Buying another person didn't reduce it. Sadly, the anomaly thing has ended. We will assign the one person here to influence so that quest keeps getting completed. We can turn off the FIDs for a little bit. I know some people have said that they have trouble following what's going on when the FIDs display is on. Information overload, I guess. So I will try to keep that turned off whenever I remember. I like to have it on personally anytime that I feel like we should expand more, because I always want to be seeing where the best place to expand is. And I basically always feel like I should be expanding more. I don't even remember what the faction quest here was. Or, we didn't even parlay with these guys, did we? Right, come on, Megapool. You can do it. This guy loves putting his... Also, what are you doing? This isn't your region. Get out of here. We'll auto-resolve this. I don't want to deal with it. We'll auto-resolve this out of laziness. Oh. Yeah, one of those guys wasn't upgraded all the way. Ah. Green is an Alayi. Why do we... Okay, one of their units walked into our region. A Skyfin. So he's probably down here somewhere. Either that or he's on the other side of red and the Skyfin is just scouting. Alright, we're gonna go see what the deal is with this Delver village. Okay, we're not gonna be able to, in any case, we're not gonna be able to afford to affect this construction anymore. So we may as well, what's going on here? Okay, the boss got, yeah, they got. That's fine. What? No faith or trust? We accepted peace with you, and we aren't jerks or anything. We haven't done anything, even the slightest bit jerky. Oh, Blue's, moved in here. Okay, wait a second. We do have their quest. What is it? Oh, this one, to destroy the Haunts village in Auriga. Do I want to just attack them, or would it be better to bribe them? I could use that dust for other stuff. But if we attack them, we might lose a unit, which is pretty non-ideal. Actually, we could upgrade these guys. Right, we have the weapons tech. We should give them new weapons and then fight. So I think I want to stick with Infantry Slayer. You can give them two-handed weapons, And they, oh, they still have Infantry Slayer with the two-handers. Well, we have a little bit more glass steel than we have titanium, and we know that titanium is used a lot for, what do you call it? Science technologies. I don't know why my brain blanked on the word science for so long there. What about accessories? Are there accessories that are worth equipping? Okay, that's not very good. We often don't bother getting the glass steel era armor technology, which means that we don't see these accessories, so I'm actually not that familiar with what they do. Okay, plus morale for adjacent enemies. That's not really a thing. Improved damage 1 is definitely tempting. Minor Faction Slayer also is interesting. It's 20% extra damage. I think we should equip them with the assumption that they will be fighting our neighbors in the near future, though, because I think that looks like it's true. Okay. Sadly, we don't quite have the resources necessary for that upgrade. But we will in a couple of turns. I guess we'll just stand here. We'll police them for the moment. We'll make the upgrade, and then we'll attack their village. All right. Here's hoping on the megapole. Quest rewards may turn out to be very, very fortuitous. Alright, we've gotten the Quivering Circlet. Can be equipped by Broken Lord's heroes only, gives 7 industry, 7 dust, and 7 science to their city. Wow, that's actually pretty cool. Another strong reason to use Broken Lord's heroes as our governors. This is most interesting. As well as discovering great new advances in magic and alchemy, we have also discovered something ancient and powerful, a simple circlet that hums with suppressed power. The power of the Marquis grows daily. There are those who whisper in my ears that I should bring him into my inner circle, even make him the king's hand. Our history is rich with examples of warring factions coming together through unexpected alliances. Those who recommend this conveniently forget that there are just as many stories of realms that were torn apart by unions as ill-considered as this one would be. While the nobles and populace watch Martin de Ildan de Saluzzo, I will push ahead with my own plans. Explore, find additional sources of dust, gain greater control over the nearby regions and peoples. That is how I see our people surviving, not by turning into armored leeches. A new city is good, and new watchtowers will help us to hold it. Perhaps I can find a way to convince my subjects that we can survive and grow without this obscene feeding. Perhaps when we explore, we will find new artifacts like the Quivering Circlet, which now throbs with power that we have restored and now try to understand. Vincus, the artificer, has also come up with some interesting notions and unexpected ideas. He believes there is a link between the Quivering Circlet and the Marquis' pendant. His studies show that both share repetitive patterns of incomprehensible runes and show similar reactions to the presence of light and dust. So, colonize, pacify, be watchful. Colonize a new region, settling in an area that provides at least 13 dust to unlock the Penitent Chapel. Effects plus 1% Broken Lord's unit regeneration per pacified village on Broken Lords. Okay, so the Penitent Chapel gives us some ability to regenerate our health. As long as we're in a region that has, alright. Ormin needs new construction orders. Obviously, let's get that online. Public library. Oh, we did pacify these guys, by the way, so we can rededicate Ormond's citizens to something a little bit more important. There's a Draken army in our territory for no reason. Alright, 374. Okay, it looks like I think we got it. Oh, right, we should probably be researching something. As you can see, text, to unlock an era, you don't have to research in the era immediately before. You can research in any earlier era, so that pushed us along. We'll get Era 3 open with the next thing we do. I think we're probably going to want access to the resources and stockpiles. Being able to buy strategics is really valuable. Also, we need to stop spending our dust on other stuff for a while after we upgrade these units. They'll be powerful enough to last for a bit. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Somebody finished the construction of the megapole when it was at less than a turn left. Oh, that sucks so much. Okay, well, I'm hugely disappointed. But... oh, hugely disappointed. But now all of a sudden we have 750 more dust to work with, so let's put it to use. Let's retrofit all these guys, heal them to full. In here, we equip the Baron with that thing. That's going to cost a little bit of dust. Out of curiosity, what other stuff do we have access to here? +1 science per researching person. +1 dust per person who's trying to do dust stuff. Detection. So heroes have access to some accessories that normal units don't, obviously, because it wouldn't mean anything for them to wear them. Camouflage. Okay, we'll do that. That'll improve his governance a little bit. We do have a lot of influence now, so let's do this. Yeah, we'll do that. And we still have 644 dust remaining, so heroes. This is enough to buy one hero and put a significant amount toward the next hero. Food Boost 2, remember, doesn't do anything, but this is still Industry Boost 3, which is powerful. However, this is a Broken Lord's hero, and this is a Broken Lord's hero who has Dust Boost 3. I think we have to take this guy. Remember, Broken Lord's heroes are going to be pretty powerful since they can equip that circlet. So let's buy this guy. He has a bonus on rivers. Obviously, all factions, all Broken Lord's faction heroes do. Sadly, there's no rivers in either of our other cities. So, the question is, which of these cities do I want him to govern? Red and Purple have both made some aggressive remarks that make me concerned about the future. So the defensive benefit of having a hero in the city is pretty split. I'm so upset that we didn't get that. We spent so many turns working on it too, and to not get it at the last moment like that is very frustrating. We're going to keep this city working on industry for now. We need to catch up on the alchemy workshop. We need to get the dust bishops out. I actually might edit their design before building them. I guess let's just put him in this city for now. And you... oh, you don't have any skill points, right? Okay. You lucky guy, you get to wear the sweet circlet. And also... this. Those are both fine things for a governor to have. I'm like crushed, man. That was brutal. Alright, let's finish up this turn. We can't attack them because we don't have an action point? Oh, retrofitting takes away your action point, right. You have to wait a turn after you retrofit. Alright, well that's where we're going to call this episode. It got a little on the long side. That's what we're going to call this episode for today. Oh, I'm so upset. We're going to find who built the megapole, and we're going to take it from them. And then we're going to desecrate their grave sites. We are really squished in here. It looks like the same is true for blue. Blue's probably pressed pretty tightly between these two guys. We do need to keep expanding. That's something to think about. Oh, I actually need to do one more research in Arrow 1. Well, I still need this. But I need to do one more research in Arrow 1 for that quest. I suppose it'll be that. Oh no. This is showing up like 11 or 12 of 12, but we've actually completed that already. Right? Our baser nature? Yeah. That's weird. Little display bug. Well, that being the case, let's unqueue this. Okay, yep. That's it for this episode. Come back next time when we... Man. I'll tell you what. I may not record the next episode for a couple of days, and I will still be getting over the crushing disappointment of getting the megapole stolen out from under us at the last moment. Heartbreaking. If only we had hearts. Come back next time. We'll keep being crazy dust robots. And vampires. It'll be weird. It's weird now, it'll still be weird then. We'll see you then.